Don't go changing to try to please me. You never let me down before. I don't imagine you're too familiar, and I don't see you anymore. I would not leave you in times of trouble. We never could have come this far. Took some good times, I'll take the bad times. Pick you just the way you are. Don't go trying some new fashion. Don't change the color of your hair. You've always had my unspoken passion, although I might not seem to care. I don't want clever conversation. I never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are. I need to know that you will always be the same old someone that I knew. Oh, what will it take till you believe in me the way that I believe in you? I said I love you, that's forever. This I promise from the heart. I couldn't love you any better. I love you just the way you are. Just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are.
Hi everyone, Captain Philly Ocean of Yachtly Crew here.
thanking you for being a valued and important supporter of Ronald McDonald House Los Angeles. As we all know, they do so much for so many children who are suffering from very, very severe illnesses, and they couldn't do it without your help. We want to thank you all for having Yachtly Crew be a part of this incredible event. And without further ado, let's get this show going full steam ahead.
All right, that was such a great way to set the tone for our show, Yachtly Crew, the Titans of Soft Rock. Hello, you. We're so thankful you're here. I'm Fritz Coleman, and it's a virtual event, and it's never been more important than it is tonight. We are celebrating the 40th anniversary of this great organization, Ronald McDonald House, which supports the families of critically ill children all year long. There are a couple of ironies involved in tonight. One is there's never been a greater strain on the resources of Ronald McDonald House, but during this pandemic and quarantine, there's never been a greater need. So your presence here tonight and your support of the organization over and above just showing up is so important. We're going to give you lots of ways to help us raise money, text a pledge, and a great silent auction, and some wonderful surprises. You're going to hear some spectacular music from guys who are icons in their particular musical field. The second irony is, I've been going to therapy for 40 years to learn how to not isolate. And here I am, solitary confinement. All that's missing is an ankle monitor. So even though I can't see you, I feel your presence. I'm glad to have your company. And I'm so honored to be co-hosting this event with this immaculate lady, Anita Vogel, who spent a lot of money to get the lighting people from the Pantages Theater to come to her house and make her look better than she should look streaming. How are you, my dear? You look great.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Fritz. It is great to be with you. It's an honor to share the stage with you. And thank you to you and to everyone for their support of the Ronald McDonald House. And as Fritz said, we're going to be telling you throughout the night a number of ways you can text to give and also to participate in our amazing online auction. And I'm hearing whispers of some great prizes, Lakers tickets, signed T-shirts by Kobe Bryant. I mean, things you really don't want to miss. We'll be getting to that in a minute. But right now, Fritz, let's send it back to you.
I'll tell you, for obvious reasons, it would be hard to put a value on a Kobe Bryant collectible. So please check that out if you haven't already. And this just in. I was never allowed to say that when I worked in the news business because only anchor people are paid to say this just in, but we have a spectacular surprise for you. Part of our great auction, we have received a Dodger Stadium suite for 20 people, Anita, and it's courtesy of the McCourt Global Organization. Of course, Frank McCourt and his great group own Dodger Stadium. And I'll tell you, it would be an amazing way for you to treat a family, to treat your corporate friends, and hopefully it'll be at a time when you don't have to have 18 of the people be cardboard cutouts like you do at the stadium now. But that'll be a lot of fun. And I want to tell you later on, I am so stoked about this. I happen to know this gentleman, and I'm not surprised that he's here to help us out, Anita. Dwight Yoakam is going to be here. He sounds amazing. And also the famous Ghostbuster, Ray Parker Jr. Yeah. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. And why do you hear him sing that? And he does an acoustic version, which is as rocking as the whole one. So you'll have to turn your speakers up. Now listen, the staff at the house helps keep kids and families together and fed and rested and supported during what is the most stressful time in their lives. Imagine just the dark weight on the shoulders of families of kids with critical illness in the midst of a pandemic as well. Here to tell us more about what it's like at the house is John Seda Petrie. John is a guest services associate at the house. John?
One of the things as a guest service associate or a GSA is we're there 24/7. That position is, there's 3 shifts. We start in the morning, we go all the way till the next morning. Different people, of course. Our point of being there is always so that the families have a point of contact. It could be something as simple as my refrigerator is not working, or I need another towel, or unfortunately, it also could be somebody calling and saying, can you call 911 for me, which has happened several times. My biggest job always is to welcome them and make them feel like they at least have a point of contact who will give them some answers. And sometimes there's a language barrier too, because we have people from all over the world. Sometimes we have to use the translation phones, and I've become really good at fake, sign language. But that's what we try to do. Just want to make them feel comfortable, because at the end of the day, as soon as they get to their room and they're comfortable about that, then they can go back to going, now my kid is in the hospital. What do I have to do about that? Donations are everything, to be honest. One of the things I tell when a family comes in, and I'm at my desk, I always say, if there's anything that you need, just ask. And I always stress this. I go, it's not because I have it, but maybe yesterday I got a donation. Maybe yesterday I got a donation of hair products. We don't have it necessarily, but if we had that donation, I always tell them, ask first, because if we have it, it is yours. The food that we call them meals of love, MOLs. Those are companies and individuals and corporations who decide, like, hey, we want to give to Ronald McDonald's, and we're going to give the families an evening of food so that they don't have to come from the hospital and cook for their other kids or anything like that. Without that, I don't know how we could survive, to be honest, because they come and they feed. And I can't even stress enough, like, how exciting it is when I tell a parent or a family, like, hey, by the way, tonight we're going to get some food from a meal of love from some donor. And that way you don't have to worry and get back from the hospital at a certain time. When you get back, there's going to be something for you to eat. You don't have to cook. You don't have to stress about that. You don't have to go outside. You don't have to do anything. Just come, and the food is going to be there for you. They love that. With our families, we provide refrigerators, freezers, and dry bins for them, because sometimes people are going to stay there more than 2 or 3 days. And, the reason they're there is because they can't necessarily afford $150 a night at a hotel. At least when they come and stay with us, they can go shopping, they can buy some meat, they can buy some veggies, and we provide refrigerators and freezers and dry bins so that they have specific stuff for them to cook when they can. And like anything else, sometimes those refrigerators break. I mean, I spent a good half of my day the other day because one of the refrigerators broke, so I had to transfer all of 40 people's family's stuff into another refrigerator, and those things cost money. I always have to remind people too that we provide shelter for families who are dealing with a child, whether it's a son or whatever it is, or a daughter who's in the hospital, and most of them, unfortunately, they're dealing with some deep stuff, whether it's cancer or kidney transplants or, whatever it is. So we provide a place for them to stay so that they are very close and they can stay together. When you help somebody, like they come and they don't know where they're going to stay. Maybe they don't even know Los Angeles. They have no friends, no family, nothing, and they come into our house. And this is it. This is like, I'm the person who's telling them, no, the bus is over here, the hospital's over there, there's food over here, there's this. Like, they don't have anyone. And some of them don't even speak English. Most of them do, but some of them don't. And if I can somehow manage to make them feel at ease and say, hey, don't worry about it. What do you need? I got you. That's what we're here for, is to help you make your journey a lot easier than it probably ever would be. And if you have any questions, we're always open. So I guess my favorite part of that is just knowing that when they come to me, there's a lot of times when they'll simply say, thank you. And I love that. I love that I helped them.
Treat a stranger to coffee.
Make a meal for a friend in need.
Share your umbrella.
Go out of your way.
Go out of your way.
To make someone's day.
Then share your act of kindness.
And inspire.
Inspire?
Inspire someone else. Because kindness
Kindness.
is contagious.
So,
Join PwC in spreading joy.
one coffee.
One meal.
One umbrella.
Just one.
One brand of act of kindness at a time.
Oh, thank you, PwC, for being so inspirational. What a great workforce there. And we appreciate your message. Share kindness. You know, at the house, we have so many groups, volunteers, donors that share kindness, and we want you to meet one of them tonight. Victoria and her family stayed at the house while Victoria was receiving treatment for brain cancer. Sadly, Victoria passed away at age 17. But the Smitherman family would not let her spirit die too. Victoria's family started Victoria's Sparks of Joy to keep Victoria's memory alive by bringing in youth from the community to serve the families currently at the house by cooking meals, organizing in-house events, donating necessary items to fulfill the needs of our families. Let's hear from the Smitherman family.
As a mom, I think every mom in the world, or every good mom in the world, they want shelter for their children, a good shelter if possible, food, a place where they can feel comfortable and safe. And absolutely from the first moment that I walk into that house, I had that feeling.
She was a very dedicated mommy. And if we didn't have Ronald McDonald, she wouldn't have left that hospital. That was the only thing that we could do, is just say, look, I'll stay here. You're a phone call, and if you walk, 2 minutes to get here, or you take the ride they provide, but go, take your shower, and unwind a little bit. And that was the only time she'd actually go there. Sometimes she'd take a nap.
Adopted that place as our home because they made us feel like home. There's resources, exactly what happened. Things like we don't have shampoo, we don't have laundry soap. We need a coffee. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. Those times on intensive care unit, and you just need a little another place that is not the room with so many beeps. The machines in the hospital room. To take that break, and you are able to go and just sit for a moment, or take a shower where you can cry in the shower, get out, get for you a cup of coffee, walk around, feel so welcome and so, hugged by the people in the house, and to know that you can count on that place when you're going through the worst times of your life.
We couldn't have afforded a hotel here. That place kept people from sleeping in a car or sleeping in a garage structure or something. It's a wonderful place. I've grown a new respect for them.
It was really hard, but Ronald McDonald House really provided that space where my mom knew she could come, take a break, relax, feel that she's going back to home. Not into a strange place with strangers. No, there's people there going through similar journey as we are. So it's just familiar to come back, take a rest, shower, and for her to come back feeling a little more refreshed.
I would say that it's a place that gives a hand when you need it the most.
It's an amazing place, and the things they do are amazing. And it's amazing. We were there. Unfortunately, she didn't get to see a lot, but we were there they bring in tours of people for donations and stuff and see how it works. And it's impressive. If someone wants to see the inner workings, make an appointment to get a tour. It's just, when you see it, it's incredible. Yeah.
I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave the house.
It definitely took some time to get used to going back to home, to a different life from a place that offered so much love and support and unity.
That place was filled with a lot of good memories with my daughter. We spent a lot of times as a family, but there was one particular time that she had 30 days of brain radiation. So we stayed in the house for those 30 days, and they my family had to go back home to the other house for continue school and work. And I spent those 30 days with my daughter. We never left the house and the hospital. And it was one of the closest times that I with my Victoria. That room, the dining, we cooked together. There's so many things that we share during those 3 days, 24 hours, 7 days a week together in the same room. It was so beautiful, beautiful.
Looking back now, I can see how much the Ronald McDonald House provided so many resources for us. It was nice because we would be able to eat together as a family there, a nice warm meal, and share time, and then share time with other families.
It really gives to the kids and gives to the parents too. But it's, and we love supporting Ronald McDonald House. I mean, and that's the thing. We're giving back to what was our second home there. And it's, I can't say enough good things about Ronald McDonald House.
Wow, it is so inspiring to hear from a family who was helped firsthand by the Ronald McDonald House. And as you heard from the mom, Mrs. Smitherman, she didn't want to leave. She didn't want to leave because she felt so loved and welcomed there at that house, including her entire family. So thank you to the Smitherman family for all you do for the Ronald McDonald House, and most importantly, for keeping Victoria's memory alive. Now, think about this. The Smithermans are just one family that have stayed at the house. So many thousands of families have stayed at the LA house. And as you heard, mom and dad and sister were staying at the house while Victoria spent a lot of time right across the street at the LA Children's Hospital, the LA Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. Remember, now, as we talked before, we're going to text to give. You're going to see the information right at the bottom of your screen there. The house cannot exist without your donations. Every dollar is so important. So when you think about, oh, maybe I can only give a certain amount of money, I don't want to give such a little amount, don't think of it that way. Every dollar is so important, and the house depends on those donations to keep going. Now, the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles has been our main partner hospital for the past 40 years, and we look forward to so many more years ahead of that special partnership.
Hello, everyone. I'm Laura Corey, Senior Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer for Children's Hospital Los Angeles. And I'm a proud member of the Los Angeles Ronald McDonald House Board of Trustees. On behalf of everyone here at Children's Hospital, I'm delighted to congratulate you on your 40th anniversary, a story that we have watched emerge with great pride. Today, thousands of families are better off because of the comfort they found within your walls as they sought treatment within ours. We have seen you help families through some of the most vulnerable moments in their lives, when they learn that their child is critically ill and there are very few hospitals that can give them their greatest opportunity at a healthier future. Together, our organizations have supported thousands of families who've come from Los Angeles and all over the nation and the world. Our organization knows that we give families hope more powerfully when we do so together. And I'm thrilled to be able to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being our steadfast partner in providing hope and compassion and supporting healing for all these years. You are a partner for the families who come to Children's Hospital Los Angeles and a hero for our community. Thank you.
Wow. Well, what a great partnership, Anita, between these two wonderful organizations, Children's Hospital of Los Angeles and City National Bank. We are so thankful that we have corporate partners on the level that they deliver for us, and we are so thankful. Before I reintroduce you, it's my journalistic obligation to tell people, here's the Dodger score. In the bottom of the second, it's the Dodgers nothing, the Rays 1. If there's any drama, we'll keep you fully apprised, and Anita and I will reenact some of the more exciting parts of the game. Now, Anita, these stories of families served at Ronald McDonald House, the Smith Irvins, oh my goodness. It was just so inspirational and so great, and the needs are so great. So you tell people how they can help tonight.
Right, Fritz. And we're going to make it really easy for you. So everybody has a cell phone, right? Everybody can grab your cell phone. And the easiest way is to text to give. And you can see the information right there at the bottom of your screen. I'm going to read it out for you just so we give it to you both ways. You're going to text to give, text LARMH 40 to 44-321. And we're going to be telling you that throughout the night. It's rolling across the bottom of your screen. Right now, let's take a moment, though, to recognize some amazing donors who have already donated this evening. Okay, Elaine Orner, she gave $1,000.
All right, Elaine.
Way to go, Elaine. John Foote, $100. Way to go, John. Debbie and John Owens, $500. Christina Lapis, $25. Julie Jensen, $1,000.
Wow.
This is amazing. And
fantastic.
Again, it doesn't have to be a giant amount. You give what you can, but the house depends on these donations. Every dollar counts. So thank you so much to everyone who has already donated. Again, you know, the house relies on the kindness of others. And I know the rest of you are picking up your phone right now and texting. So right now, let's turn your speakers up. This is a part that you really don't want to miss. We are welcoming an icon of music. Put your hands together at home. I know you're at home, but put your hands together for the great Ray Parker Jr. And let's hear his iconic hit, Ghostbusters. And don't forget to sing along.
Hi, I'm Ray Parker Jr. I want to thank you so much for all the support you've shown the Ronald McDonald House of Los Angeles. They do such an incredible job for all the critically ill, supplying the entire families with a place to stay and a place to call home during these difficult times. So bless you. Please enjoy this song, one of my favorites, Ghostbusters. If it's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call? If it's something weird and it don't look good, tell me who you gonna call? I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. If you're seeing things running through your head, who can you call? An invisible man sleeping in your bed. Ow! Who you gonna call? I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Who you gonna call? When you're all alone, pick up that phone and call. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I hear it likes the girls. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ow! Who you gonna call? If you've had a dose of a freaky ghost, baby, you better call. Bustin' makes me feel good. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I ain't afraid of no ghosts when it comes through your door. Unless you just want some more, I think you better call. Ow! Who you gonna call? Come on, y'all, louder! I can't hear you. Say what? Who you gonna call? Thank you so much for supporting the Ronald McDonald House.
Every month we come to the Los Angeles Ronald McDonald House to serve, and I just love the smiles from their face after we served, and I was like, oh, this would be so cool that I could get my school, my friends to participate with me in this event.
Well, our school's motto is preparing minds for leadership and hearts for service. And I believe that if our students are here doing something that is not normal for them, for families going through something that they probably wouldn't experience in their lifetime, that it would be beneficial for them to see what others are going through and have that heart for service.
Wow, that was such an amazing performance from Ray Parker Jr. And how has he not aged? I mean, he looks exactly the same as he did so many years ago when he sang that song, and it was such a big hit. Brought back so many memories. And it must have been a really great performance because we got a couple of key donations in. We want to thank Perry Hansen for the donation of $2,500 and Heidi Hubner for her donation of $125. Thank you so much. Yay, wonderful. We also got a chance to hear from the Super Joey Foundation. That's another amazing partner that we have here at the house. Here at the house, as we've mentioned throughout the night, we truly rely on the kindness of others to fill the needs of the house and to provide all of the comforts that the house does to so many families. It's the reason that we've been here for 40 years, and it's because of others who are willing to support the work that we do. Tonight, we are so honored to acknowledge one of those partners with the Corporate Champion Award. This is a really big award, folks. The Corporate Champion Award is given to a corporation that has shown outstanding leadership over an extended period of time to help the Ronald McDonald House to deliver the mission of providing comfort, care, and support to so many families in Southern California, just like you saw in that video with the Smithermans. You heard what the house meant to them during what was clearly the most difficult time in their lives. So tonight, we honor and thank you, Union Bank, for all you do and continue to do for the Ronald McDonald House.
Hello, my name is Greg Sibley. I'm the president of Union Bank and the head of regional banking. I'm so pleased to be here today to accept the Corporate Sponsor of the Year award on behalf of all of my colleagues at Union Bank. Over the course of the last decade, we've been proud sponsors of the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Southern California. Our support has taken many different forms, from preparing meals for the families staying in your installations to participating in the annual Walk for Kids fundraisers. Our employees have organized gift giveaways and served as volunteer leaders on your board of trustees. We're proud to stand side by side with the Ronald McDonald House, in large part because of our shared belief in harnessing the power of community to overcome adversity. We know the families who stay in your facilities may be experiencing distress. And through the support and comfort they receive in your care, mothers, fathers, and even siblings are perhaps better prepared and more resilient and able to endure the challenges they're facing together as families. At Union Bank, we believe in the healing power of community. When you help carry another person's burden, you're giving them hope that no matter what the outcome may be, they're not alone in their journey. And that's why this award means so very much to us. Being named the Corporate Sponsor of the Year serves as inspiration for all of us to do more, to give more, and to care more. It's an affirmation that working side by side with our community partners can make a meaningful difference in the life of others. And even in today's socially distanced world, we can still work together and uplift each other. What makes this award even more special is knowing that you've been there for our employees too. Not long ago, a Union Bank colleague who resides in San Diego received the devastating news that his young grandson was diagnosed with a tumor in his jaw, and he needed to undergo immediate treatment in Los Angeles. The family quickly mobilized and reached out to the Ronald McDonald House for assistance. Your organization welcomed the parents and both sets of grandparents during that very difficult time. The services and accommodations you provided made an extremely difficult time more manageable for the family. I'm happy to report that young Jacob is healthy and his grandfather is very proud of him. While Union Bank is infinitely grateful for this recognition, I would be remiss if I didn't mention a few key people at the bank whose passion and dedication for the Ronald McDonald House and its mission have helped fuel our continued partnership. Nick Katuris is Union Bank's CFO for commercial banking. Nick also serves on the Ronald McDonald House Board of Trustees, and he is the past president of the board and chairs the annual Walk for Kids fundraiser. Having Nick as a member of our team is a continuous source of pride for us, and we thank him for his unwavering dedication and hard work in our community. Sarah Recalde is a credit executive here at the bank, and she also serves on the Board of Trustees. Sylvia Castillo is our Los Angeles-based Corporate Social Responsibility Officer, and she ensures that we're aware of and consider upcoming funding opportunities where our foundation can provide assistance to your organization. Personally, I'm also proud to say that my wife Claire has been a longtime supporter of the Ronald McDonald House, and I have witnessed firsthand how much your organization does for families in need. On behalf of everyone at Union Bank, thank you for this recognition. It is deeply appreciated, and we are so glad to know that our support is making a positive difference. I wish you all well, stay safe, and enjoy the event.
We are so proud of our partnership with Union Bank. Union Bank employees, we love you. We love you to your core for your community outreach sense. You know, the fact that we have so many corporations like Union Bank that have global reputations, and they find time and resources to help Ronald McDonald House shows how important Ronald McDonald House is in the community. And we hope our partnership with them continues. We couldn't do it without our corporate partners. And the thing about our area is this is the second largest urban area in the United States. There are many ways for major corporations and major foundations to spend their money. But the fact that they've decided to concentrate on Ronald McDonald House in this, their 40th year of providing this incalculable service to families of kids with critical illnesses is just a testimony to the great work being done. And while we're talking about corporate partners, let's honor another one of our amazing corporate partners, Professional Plastics.
Professional Plastics is a 35-year-old industrial materials company, advanced materials, composites. Basically, our products make things work. In 2018, we made a conscious decision as an organization that we wanted to be more socially responsible. We had supported charities in the past and organizations and groups. The employees really wanted a way to be able to give back and make an impact. And we searched out and reviewed many different organizations, and we found that Ronald McDonald House made a true impact. We're based in Southern California. We have team members that have used the house, and we felt like it would be a great relationship to give back to an organization that has given to us and our team that has made such an impact on their lives. Personally, being with a company that supports an organization like Ronald McDonald House Los Angeles, it warms your heart, right? You feel the impact, you can see it. I've been to the house, I've met some of the people. When you're at the Ronald McDonald House, it's evident that these families need this support. And Professional Plastics is proud to be partnered with an organization that can provide the support and aid in the healing process. To be part of a team like we have, it feels good. It feels like you're giving back. I can't tell you how many times I've had our team members come to me and say, thank you, this has changed my life. How do we do more? It's brought our employees closer together. It's changed our organization, and in a good way. We're thankful, really, that we can support Ronald McDonald House Los Angeles.
Professional Plastics, you're in our heart. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. We hope our partnership with you continues. You're wonderful folks down there. On this night of fantastic music, we have invited Julia Davidson, who actually stayed at the house. So this will be very meaningful. She's going to sing for us along with her dad, Todd. Let's hear Sway from the Davidson family.
Hello, Ronald McDonald House, Los Angeles. When marimba rhythm starts to play, dance with me, make me sway, like a lazy ocean hugs the shore. Dance with me, sway me more, like a flower bending in the breeze. Dance with me, sway with ease. When we dance, you have a way with me. Dance with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will say only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. You know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. You know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now.
Fagry Drinker embraces our core value of service to our communities. Our activities leverage our colleagues' collective time, talent, and resources to address community needs, emphasizing children and families, education, job readiness, housing and homelessness, veterans affairs, and hunger. We are proud of our attorneys, professionals, and staff colleagues who give their time and talent to pro bono and community service activities. We also are extraordinarily grateful to the many clients who join us in pro bono and community service endeavors, and to the nonprofit organizations that partner with us in this important work. Fagry Drinker will continue our tradition of making a difference, not just to our clients, but also to the communities in which we live and practice. This is our heritage and our future.
Yes, indeed. Well, there they are, Professional Plastics and Faegre Drinker, Biddle, and Wreath. Say it with me, Faegre Drinker, Biddle, and Wreath. Open the front doors to your home and go, Faegre Drinker, Biddle, and Wreath.
Yeah, you get a prize if you say that right.
We just love them because they have such great corporate conscience, such commitment to their community. And thank goodness the Ronald McDonald House is the beneficiary of that, Anita.
Absolutely.
I also want to thank these other folks, Payden and Rigel, Capital Group, Union Bank, McDonald's, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Children's Hospital Los Angeles, City National Bank, and Big Saver Foods, a great honor roll of corporate partners. We love you all for their ongoing commitment, and the house and the families that benefit from their philanthropy. We appreciate you. How about some more music, folks? Let's hear another great song from Ray Parker Jr. with an acoustic version. Don't forget the text, LARMH40 to 44-321. It's simple. Just give it a try, and don't be afraid to put the decimal point way to the right. Ray, take it away.
Hi, I'm Ray Parker Jr. again on the acoustic guitar. It's a bonus from me, especially for all those who support the Ronald McDonald House in Los Angeles. This I used to play for my kids, so I'm going to shut up and play the song. It's called Ben. Thank you so much for supporting the Ronald McDonald House.
Can I find an investment firm that has a truly long-term view? It begins by being privately owned, with more than 85 years of experience over multiple market cycles. With portfolio managers who are encouraged to do what's right over what's popular, focused on helping me achieve my investors' unique goals. Can I find an investment firm that gets long-term the way I do? With Capital Group, I can. Talk to your advisor or consultant for investment risks and information.
Wow. A big thank you to Ray Parker Jr. for another amazing performance. This one was a little more quiet. I really appreciated the acoustic performance. I feel like we're getting our own personal concert here, Fritz. How about you?
He just sounds like a lovely person. You know, there's a good spirit inside that guy, and we appreciate his donating his talents to the Ronald McDonald House tonight. Means a lot.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we also want to thank our corporate community. We had that wonderful spot from the Capital Group, just another very strong and amazing corporate partner, along with the strong financial support from our community. The House relies on volunteer help, of course. Where would we be without our amazing volunteers? It includes a board of trustees giving their time and their talents. Here to tell us a little bit more about their involvement are Peter and J.B. Wilhelm. Peter is a member of the board of trustees, and his wife, JB, is committed to the Ronald McDonald House, and she actually stayed at the house with both of her daughters, and here's her story.
My name is Jennifer Wilhelm. Most people call me JB. I stayed in one of the Ronald McDonald houses in St. Louis, Missouri for about a month 21 years ago. And then I stayed in the other Ronald McDonald House in St. Louis, Missouri for about a month, again, a year later, so about 20 years ago.
My name is Peter Wilhelm. I am the husband of JB. My relationship with the house is I'm currently a board member, the treasurer of the LA Ronald McDonald House. Even though the Ronald McDonald House relationship for our family started 21 years ago, as JB said, it got re-energized when her dad passed in 2011. And since then, it's been 8 or 9 years that we've actually done these meals. And the holiday meal that we've done in St. Louis and in Memphis and in Nashville have been vitally important to our family. It's a foregone conclusion that we're going to do it. We're just not sure exactly which day it's going to be. Very infrequently you see the patients. You just see the families at the house. I occasionally see the patient, but at the end of the day, it's really the families you need to keep strong and fed and energized and maybe even distracted from what they're going through for sometimes a week, sometimes a month. I think there are times that families have been there for almost years in terms of coming back, maybe their second time. So the importance of family and having them be just energized and happy and in a place together, I think is absolutely vital. The amazing part about LA House versus all the houses we've seen is the size. The number of beds, 75, it's a crazy amount. I mean, it's the size of a boutique hotel, but it's not built like a hotel. It doesn't feel like a hotel. It feels like a house when you walk in, and it just so happens to have many rooms. One thing that the LA House has built in terms of keeping that warmth, but still housing 75 families, we check in on an average of 83 families each month. So you're able to basically still keep that warmth, but still have such a turnover in terms of these people coming in and the diversity of the families that are around the world. So the house has got to be able to be warm for all different walks of life.
Families from all walks of life stay at the Ronald McDonald House. The problem isn't always that they can't afford spaghetti or sauce or whatever it is they might need. It's oftentimes that they don't have time. They're often brought into the situation emergently on an ambulance or a helicopter or in their own personal car, but in the middle of the night. And they show up at their house and their child is in critical condition and they have nothing to eat. And we need to be able to provide those things for them at the house. So that's one way definitely that you can donate that can make a very big difference in a family's life, is to have those essentials ready for them when they can take those precious moments away from their child who is in the hospital, to be able to take a shower, to have maybe a change of clothes, to have laundry detergent ready for them, to wash their clothes, to have sheets and pillows and blankets and maybe even video games for the sibling that is along because they have nowhere else to be other than at the house while they wait for their brother or sister to recover. All kinds of things other than money need to be donated to the house.
I think the LA House is actually is very unique in the regard. Again, as I said before, it's a very large house with 75 rooms, and to think of the complexity of what goes into running 75 rooms, and you have no idea how long each family is going to stay. I think the average is that each family waits about 5 days to get into the house, and we're above 90% occupancy. So if you think about trying to make that turning rooms over, not knowing when the next room's going to come available, maybe there are some stories, unfortunately, where somebody passes and it's available more, or some family comes back, and basically running that on a day-to-day basis and having the funds to make sure that's available is vitally important to make sure that's always there. And we're very grateful for all the corporations funding about 50% of our total operating budget, and we're very grateful for all the individuals that fund the other 50% of it. Even the smallest dollar amounts count towards the bottom line. We talk as a board a lot, and with the big plans, not just the operational, the OpEx. We talk about capital expenditures on what we could do to reinvest, to expand the campus, to look at the areas around our current house, or even new locations to try to figure out how to expand the footprint of Ronald McDonald House in Los Angeles.
In just a few months, we've learned a lot more
about the COVID-19 virus.
It's real.
And it's dangerous.
So on behalf of all of us working on the front lines,
please take it seriously.
And while we don't yet have a cure or a vaccine, we do know how to keep you
and your loved ones safe. Wear a mask.
Wash your hands.
Stay 6 feet apart.
Do your best to stay out of crowded spaces.
And get a flu shot.
It's even more important this year.
We can do this
if we do it together.
Wow, special thank you to Peter and JB Wilhelm for their sharing their personal, very personal stories about the house and with the house and the ongoing commitment they have made to serve the house. We thank you so much. And we also thank another hospital partner we have, Kaiser, for a special reminder of how we can all stay safe during the pandemic. So as you all know, there are so many great families that we get to serve at the house. It's really our pleasure to serve these amazing families at the house. And now we want to hear from just one more family. This is a really incredible story. Please meet the Sloan family.
My name is Evan Sloan. I'm 18 years old. This is my family. These are my brothers and my mom and dad.
My name is Elias Sloan, and I'm 20 years old.
My name is Ethan Sloan. I'm the oldest of the bunch here. I'm 21.
My name is Quincy Sloan, and I am 49 years old.
I am the mom of all these boys.
You know, it's funny, I actually remember when Evan was born, started going through all his health issues, because I remember Mom was gone a lot. From having your mom there every single day to then now she's not there at all. And this happened for a cool 5 years before it really started to kind of settle down. But you do understand that, well, your little brother is not going to be home. He's not going to be home because he's sick. And from that point, that's when we were first introduced to the Ronald McDonald House. And that was something very special.
I don't think there was ever a time that I felt proud of myself. There's a guilt that comes with a child that has medical problems, because you wonder as a parent, you know, did I somehow contribute to this medical issue? So there's a certain amount of guilt that comes with having a child that is special needs. We soon found out that we were going to be in our hospital a lot more than the 2.5 months.
We never checked out of the Ronald McDonald House for a very long time. It makes a big difference because, like Elias said earlier, this becomes the second home.
I was able to go take a shower, clean up, wash the laundry. I would have fresh coffee that they always have ready. Those three things meant the world to me. Just to get out of the hospital, walk to the Ronald McDonald House because it's right there. So I was able to walk, get my shower, do some laundry, and have some coffee. I felt like a new woman every time I went back into the hospital.
They would say family members could come and they can also be there with the kids, and also that would give my wife some relief and some support because they would stay also with my son.
I'm probably speaking for him too, because we all love it, and it really helped us. It made us feel at home, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
When I went there the last time, and this was not too long ago, I saw people that were different. But if you think about it, we're all the same inside. Our skin inside, our heart, we have everything inside is the same.
And if it wasn't for those individuals that do donate to the program, donate to the foundation, we would not we wouldn't have those valuable experiences, you know, the normalization which you lose when your child is special needs.
And the reason why we have such a close relationship is because of that Ronald McDonald House. So just for whoever comes in, just to realize that there's going to be those hard times, but we're living proof that if you continue to persevere, you continue to push through, endure, and keep showing that unselfish love to one another, there's nothing that will be able to break up your family and your bond.
Oh my. I mean, that little boy is a young man, said the key word for that family, unselfish love. It just oozed out of all of them. And those parents are in trouble because those boys are handsome. It's like
Yeah,
they were,
no kidding.
so Hollywood put a cast together for the Sloan family. They were amazing. I just got caught taking a selfie when you popped up on the screen last time. And I want to urge people, Anita, to share this experience on social media. I'm taking a couple of pictures. I'm going to share it on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook later.
Absolutely.
And I also want to remind you, before we press forward here, that we're going to be showing this on YouTube. So if you've had a good time, maybe Ray Parker Jr. is one of your faves, maybe Dwight Yoakam is one of your faves, maybe you just like to share this inspirational experience with people who aren't really aware of the great work being done by the Ronald McDonald House, watch on YouTube. It's going to be there in perpetuity. And also there's a way that you can make a donation from that. Anita, what's coming up here?
Oh, yeah, we have a lot coming up next. And yeah, those are just some amazing stories. I loved hearing the story of that family and the words of wisdom from that little boy. We want to take just a minute, Fritz, to say some thank yous because more amazing donations are coming in. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can pronounce all of these wonderful people's names correctly. Darren Dickerson, $25. Doug Canner, $1,000.
Hey,
Karen
Doug.
Cowan, hello, great. Karen Cowan, $250. Maria Griffin, $50. And we had an amazing anonymous donation of $5,000.
Wow, yay. For an anonymous person, if you're out there, here's our applause.
Yes, they're loud applause. And I want to squeeze in a special thank you to the Gala chairwoman, Susan Steen, my personal friend Susan, for putting this amazing event together. She has been working for months, and I don't know how she did it because how we got Dwight Yoakam and Ray Parker Jr., just incredible. Okay, everyone, the reason you're watching, let's remember to donate. Keep those donations coming in. Remember to text LARMH40 to 44321. It's rolling across the bottom of the screen there. Super easy to do. And now, as I was mentioning, we have something so special for you. Very special guest, Dwight Yoakam, singing not only his ever popular Guitars and Cadillacs, but also, Fritz, get ready for this. I know you're a big Dwight Yoakam fan. A brand new song that he has never performed before live. Please, everyone, turn those speakers up and enjoy Dwight Yoakam.
So much for the support you're giving the Ronald McDonald House of Los Angeles this evening. The work that they do is all but immeasurable in terms of the comfort and assistance that they give to families who need a place to stay while their children are in treatment at the various hospitals, especially Children's Hospital, but all the various hospitals throughout Los Angeles area. And the Ronald McDonald House is a saintly endeavor. And so thank you for joining in to help support that cause tonight. And I was flattered to be asked to participate. And I was going to do one or two of my hits, and I'll get to something that you might be familiar with, but I have just written a song recently because of my wife Emily and our new baby being such a prominent part of my life in this moment. I wrote this with Jeffrey Steele and Bob DePiro out of Nashville, Tennessee. They are a couple of great writers down there, and I'm going to wing it and just try playing it for the first time live ever. Hopefully I do a pretty good demo of it with Mitch Marine back here helping me on the guitar drums. It's called I Spell Love. Without you, this house is just an empty space. It's not a home. That's why I spell love. L-O-V-U. I've heard of friends that they all say more. Well, okay, as long as that still means to forever adore. And that's why I spell love. L-O-V-U. The world I made was such a vacant place. A life lived alone, left for a joy I'd never known. Mr. Eugene Edwards on the mandolin, and Eric Banks singing harmony and playing bass. So this journey we shared through your eyes, and each morning awake to show new reasons why I spell love. L-O-V-U. Yeah, I spell love. L-O-V-U. So I just, in thinking about the Ronald McDonald House, this cause, and all the work that's done on behalf of those children in treatment, I thought maybe I wrote that song a month and a half ago for a reason. Of course, for Dalton, Emily, and my new baby boy, but out of love for my marriage and for that child and for every child. Hopefully that song speaks to the feelings that we're all sharing about trying to lend our support to a great cause. Let me get something else out, play for you that you might recognize. What would I do? I could do, there you go. Eugene's got another guitar on. Mitch, you gonna move over to the pizza box? Pizza box. Mitch Marine's gonna play his world famous, if anybody sees my Sirius XM show the last couple of years, it's the world famous pizza box that Mitch Marine plays so brilliantly. You have to add extra cheese if you're gonna get it right. Girl, you taught me how to hurt real bad and cry myself to sleep. Showed me how this town could shatter dreams. So they listen down the night, came to Babylon. Found out that the pine don't taste so sweet. Oh, that guitars, candlelight, hillbilly music, long along the streets I call home. Oh, my guitars, candlelight, hillbilly music, only thing that keeps me hanging on. Go now, play it. That's the fiddle. Ain't no glamour in this tinsel land alone. Wasteland, I think the stars are all that's left of me. If I thank you, girl, for teaching me brand new ways to be true. If I can find my mind now, I guess I'll just believe. Old hip guitars, Cadillacs, hillbilly music, lonely, lonely streets that I call home. For my guitars, Cadillacs, hillbilly music. only thing that keeps me hanging on. Come on now. Well, it guitars, candlelights, hillbilly music, on the streets that I call home. Well, my guitars, candlelights, hillbilly music, the only thing that keeps me hanging on. The only thing that keeps me hanging on. The only thing that keeps me hanging on. Oh, yeah. It's great to be with you tonight, virtually, as it were, as it is, as it was, however you're watching this, at whatever point you're watching it. And again, thank you all for helping to contribute to one of the legendary great charities that benefits kids from all over the world, but specifically the Ronald McDonald House here in LA, and all the great work that they are engaged in and helping give a place to stay for the families that are with their critically ill children receiving treatment while they're here in Los Angeles. So thank you again very much.
Oh man. I love the gentleman. Go ahead. I want to say, because I had some personal experience with him, I'm a big fan and he knows it. And when he was on the Jay Leno show, Anita, we used to go down to stage 1 at 3000 West Alameda, Burbank, when he was on, and hang around backstage.
Oh, lucky.
And I love people who are very talented, but they're comfortable in their own skin. They don't have to have a star attitude. And he paid attention to every single fan, couldn't have been nicer, engaged him with eye contact. Unbelievable. And I don't know how many of you, he's an expert on the Bakersfield sound and country, if you like country. He was in that Ken Burns documentary on PBS.
Oh, wow.
And he did a description of Merle Haggard being from Bakersfield that was tearful. To me, it was the best moment in the whole 8 episodes of that thing. He's just a great artist, and it was such an honor to have a chance to hear him tonight on this benefit. That's all I wanted to say. I'm just a big fan.
How about his boot scooting across the stage?
He doesn't play around. Yeah. And I think those pants are actually sprayed on, if I'm not mistaken. The man's got some tight jeans. No, that's his trademark. Really. Well, listen, we want to thank everybody, Anita, and I want to thank you for being such a lovely co-host. And here we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of the inspirational work being done by the Ronald McDonald House. And we're not done, Anita. As you'll tell them, they can watch this on YouTube and continue to donate.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube. You can catch all of the great musical acts. You can watch them again, tell your friends, and you can also continue to text to give. Want to give you that number again. Tell all your friends, LARMH40 to 44-3211. And don't forget the silent auction. So many amazing surprises there. Again, we have Lakers tickets. What else do we have, Fritz? We have airline.
We have that Dodger box for 20 people. I can't imagine a cooler thing to do with your family or maybe your company to thank them that you're out of your zip code for the first time since the pandemic started. You can go to Dodger Stadium and see a great game. It was really it was a late ad too. Just before the show, the McCourts were nice enough to give us that.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much. It has been a wonderful evening, and thank you everybody for watching and for donating and continue to donate. And Fritz, I think you got a late Dodger score for us.
This just in. This is not good, but they have a ways to go. Dodgers 0, Rays 3, bottom of the 4th.
Okay.
Now you can pull a muscle getting to your other form of communication to watch the rest of the game.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And we'll hope to see you soon.
Love you all.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. what you're feeling, there's a reason for. I wanna do right. Oh, got to do right. Do I love you? Oh, you know I tried. What you're after, you ain't gonna find in my eyes. I wanna do right. Darling, darling, don't take away from this worthless day. The dirty job of heart, ready to last forever. I don't know, maybe we're near the end. Sometimes they go, can we go on together? Now that we've grown apart, I know the only way to start is heart to heart. One by one, we're collecting lies. When you can't give love, you give advice. I wanna do right. This time I got to do right. I don't wanna leave, I don't wanna say goodbye. Sooner or later, honey, there comes the time, mama, when you wanna do right. Come on, come on. Darling, tell the truth. Don't take away from this worthless dance. The dirty job of heart, said it could last forever. I don't know, maybe we're near the end. Sometimes we now can we go on together? Now that we've grown apart, I know the only way to start is heart to heart. I need a little more loving in my heart. So how was I to know the love that's come through years and years get by?